Hello everyone, it's Dr. Samantha Benjamin Allen here again to talk to you about another topic. We're going to talk about advanced care directives today. Now, this is a topic sometimes I see people run from because somehow they think that doing advanced care directives is wishing their end sooner than it's supposed to happen, or they think it's a really complicated and involved process, or that it's going to cost them a lot of money. So I'm here to debunk some of those myths and tell you what they are and give you some helpful resources so that you can get it taken care of if you haven't already. So advanced care directives are legal documents that state what your wishes are and are enforced when you are not able to communicate for yourself. For example, if there's an illness and you're in a coma, or you are not coherent or incapacitated, these documents state your healthcare wishes so that decisions are made on your behalf that are in line with what you would want if you would be able to speak for yourself. So that's advanced care directives. Now, multiple things fall under advanced care directives. One of them is a will, which is a legal document stating where you want your property to go in case of death. And it also states who the executor is, or the person you want to be in charge of managing your property or properties in event of your death. Another document that falls into this category is a DNR, or do not resuscitate. And that basically states your wishes. If your heart were to stop beating, would you want cardiopulmonary resuscitation? So would you want providers to administer CPR? Would you want to be intubated with a tube down your trachea or ventilated to help you breathe? Would you want to die naturally? Would you want organ donation done if you were to die? Another item that falls into this is a medical power of attorney. This is granting someone legal authority to make financial decisions on your behalf. And then there's a health care proxy, which is another item that falls under advanced care directives. And this is someone who you grant the authority to make medical decisions on your behalf. So you want to consider the people in your life who you would trust to make certain decisions, because some people don't really have the medical knowledge to make the best decisions in certain circumstances, or maybe are highly emotional and might make decisions out of emotion rather than what would necessarily be best. So you want to consider these things. Another thing that's also important is a trust. Now, a trust isn't necessarily under advanced care directives, but it is a document that is an important part of getting your affairs in order. And then what a trust does is basically avoid probate. Now, probate is the process through which someone can get the resources that you leave to them, and it can take 7 to 12 months or more in the courts. But if you have a trust, your family members or loved ones that you're leaving things to avoid the process of going through probate. So for instance, if resources were needed to help fund your medical care, or resources were needed to fund a funeral arrangement, or resources were needed to pay your debts off that are left behind, your family or the person that you're leaving in charge of all this wouldn't have to worry about waiting to get what they need so that these things could be taken care of. And if you talk to anyone who has had the experience of having to be responsible for someone's affairs or properties or debts or whatever after their death, they will tell you, if they had these documents taken care of, what a help it was to them. So I just wanted to leave you guys with this information because it's very important. And according to the Journal of the American Medical Association, only 2 out of 3 people in the United States has their advanced care directives done or their affairs in order. And you are not too young to do this. I've used 2 resources that I'm going to leave in the comments that you can also use. This process does not have to be expensive, and it does not require an attorney, though if you have questions or want help or feel nervous about doing it yourself, an estate planning attorney would be who you would go to get this done. But it is not required and does not have to be as costly as you think. So you can get your advanced care directives done on a budget. It does not have to be expensive, and there are a lot of do-it-yourself resources available. Like I said, I'm going to leave 2 in the comments, and I have no affiliation with them. They're just 2 that I'm familiar with and have used and find to be very helpful and easy with step-to-step instructions on what to do. And that's pretty much it. Now, you know I cannot leave you without inviting you to work with me. So if you are an individual or a caregiver of an individual who's severely debilitated from chronic illness or trauma or disability in the home setting and would love to have a physician working alongside you to help you achieve improved independence, improved mobility, function, and quality of life, I invite you to join me at Freedom Wellness Physiatry. Physiatry is spelled PHYSIATRY.com, where you can book an appointment and get an evaluation to see how we can work together to get you living better, living a life of wellness and purpose that you are here for. So I will leave those resources in the comments, but there are multiple resources online. So these aren't 2 you have to use, but they're 2 I can vouch for. Okay, take care, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.